They're staying on. Okay, so go for it. Ask me anything.
All right, Michelle. How old are you?
I am 48.
Are you originally from Arizona?
From Phoenix. Born and raised.
What's your situation?
The situation is I did this for love. I had a place to stay. Well, it started off, I moved back here from Southern Illinois with my kids and stuff out there, and my husband overdosed on alcohol, and my daughter found him like that, and she was 16, so I wanted to come back here. And so then I was homeless. I got my shit together, staying in a friend's house. I had a stripper pole. I was having a good time over there. I had all my stuff together, had a roof over my head. Some guy asked me to marry him. I'd be so much happier if you'd marry me and come live with me and my dad in this neighborhood here. So I come over here, and he didn't marry me. He lied to me. And then he kicked me out of his house. I guess maybe he wanted his freedom. I'm not sure, but he does blues, and so that's probably his motive. And I'm not going to provide his shit because I'm out here taking care of myself now because I'm homeless now again, and I'm blaming it all on him, squarely on him. But I'm waiting on a housing voucher from my clinic because I'm mentally ill. And I've been waiting for 2.5 years. It doesn't seem to be happening fast enough. So, I don't know.
How long have you been homeless this time?
I've been homeless for about 2 years now. Yeah,
2 years.
2 years.
What do you do out here to survive?
Me and my boyfriend go in the dumpsters and get valuables and sell them at, sometimes we find gold and sell it to the gold store, little pieces, or scrap metal, or even food that hasn't been opened from the grocery stores behind them. But the police mess with you a lot, and people judge you. Just the other day right here, somebody threw a life water, one of those long waters, at me. I was riding back from Sunny Slope to go get a food box. My dad died over there. There's no proper burial, no details for me. And it's pretty sad, so I was singing a song on the canal, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, and I was coming right here, and somebody threw a bottle of water at me, hit me right here. But I had a leather jacket around my middle, so it kind of saved my kidneys or whatever. And that's the second time somebody's thrown something at me right here.
That's crazy.
There's a black guy that said somebody threw a stick at him. And they judge us because we're out here, but it's not always a choice. Sometimes it's more of a circumstance. And I think that gentleman had the same thing. Something just happens and then you're out here. So you just make the best of it, I sometimes go in backyards, but I'm not doing that anymore. The police said I can't do that anymore. It's a felony. I didn't know that. So now I'm just out like this on the street.
What were you doing going into backyards?
Because it's safer.
Trash can?
No, it's safer for me to sleep if I'm by myself and my boyfriend's not around. He's out doing or whatever. We're fighting. I don't feel safe because girls get raped while they're sleeping. Yeah. My friend Doc guy had his hand down her pants when she was sleeping alone out here in this park. She woke up and her boyfriend was gone. He took off like a pissant, and she had somebody molesting her or fondling her while she's laying out there sleeping. I won't do it. I'll make sure somebody will watch me, and I'll pay them to watch me sleep, or I'll make sure my boyfriend's there and he's not leaving.
So where are you staying at now?
I have nowhere to go tonight.
You don't have a tent or nothing like that?
I had a tent, but my boyfriend dropped it on the ground and just kept going. And I don't know why that is. He said, I told you where it was, but he didn't tell me. We were fighting that night. He's super jealous, and we were fighting. He left it in an alley, and I didn't go get it because I didn't want to go out there and have people see me, and it's embarrassing. And I didn't move quick enough, and somebody stole it. People steal from each other out here. They steal each other's stuff.
Have you ever tried going to downtown, Cass?
I can't go to downtown because have you been down there? It's disgusting. It's dirty, it's stinky, it's disgusting. It smells like a toilet.
Everybody tells me the same thing.
It smells nasty, it's disgusting, and they're all really violent and shitty down there. Everybody does blues, everybody does drugs. I don't know, I just won't do it. I've been to Cass to try to get services, and I go through Cass to get things, but I don't know my way around downtown. I'm more of a Sunny Slope girl. I'm from this area right here, and I don't know. I don't know my way around the other parts of town except for only right here. I get lost real easy. I have to get familiar with the area, I don't want to go downtown.
So you said you were waiting on a voucher?
Waiting on a voucher.
How long have you been waiting on that voucher for?
I've been waiting since 2021. So
about 2 years already?
2 years, yep.
Why is it taking so long?
I'm not sure. Not sure. They have a long waiting list, and I think they take their sweet time, quite frankly. They don't care. They all have homes. I don't know. I'm not sure why it takes so long. Once I went to prison a while back, like 7-8 years ago. When I got out of prison, it took 4 months, and that was the first time I got a voucher. But it was only one of those ones where they come check on you and stuff. It wasn't like a real apartment. But the lady said it was the fastest she's ever seen it happen. So I don't know.
How long were you in prison for?
2.5 years for shoplifting. My dad had Parkinson's and nobody would take care of him, and he and I were both on a fixed income. We couldn't rent a place, we didn't have enough money, and he was starving and he needed vegetables, so I stole everything we needed. So I ended up getting caught for that and I went to prison.
How was your experience in there?
I hate it there. I'd rather almost die than go back there.
Was it dangerous in there?
Nah.
No?
We're doing an interview. Please don't bother us right now. You tell him. He won't listen to me. He never listens to me.
So what was bad about your experience in there, though?
I hate it the most because I can't express myself with clothing or be around people and help people or talk to anyone. I just don't like it because you're so closed off. It's like a bad dream to me. There's no music, there's no clothes, there's no girl stuff. You're a yucky old boy in there. Feel like a boy.
Before you parole or before you get released into the world, like, do they help you out? Do they give you any kind of training to get ready for the outside world?
No, they say they do, but they do not do that. They say they give you $50 and throw you off on a corner it's in a way different part of town and say goodbye with a sack lunch and $50. And you have to adjust to everything again. I actually moved to Missouri and stayed by myself for 8 months in a trailer out on 17 acres, and I didn't talk to anybody or date or anything, just adjusting back to what it is like. You know, I just watched TV and drank a beer and just didn't talk to no one. I babysat my grandkids and just went back over there. All by myself, alone. You have to stay alone for a while. You're used to being isolated. It's weird.
Before you were out here on the streets, before you became homeless, what type of life did you lead? Did you have a 9 to 5? Did you have a regular job?
Well, no, I get checks from the government since 2012, but before that I worked for Safeway.
Yeah.
And of course I did it for love that time too and quit my job. I owned a beautiful house up in northern Arizona, a log cabin on 5 acres. I gave all that up to go with some guy. I seem to do stupid shit for love.
It's always a guy.
It's always a sucker for a pretty face. No, I don't know. I did it for that, and then I think I just made poor decisions, I guess. But I quit my job at Safeway. I liked it there.
How long were you working at Safeway?
I worked there for like 2.5 years or something.
Did you like it?
I did. It was a good job. I liked it, yeah. And before that I was a stripper, and then I was a motel maid when I was pregnant with my kids. So I worked a few jobs to get my Social Security and stuff for when I got older. But no, when I was a little kid and younger, and when I lived in Sunny Slope, I was real poor. So I just had extra drive to get what I want. And I don't think being homeless is a bad thing. It's not horrible, but when it rains, it's bad. And I probably got to get my stuff covered up. It's about to rain right now. Look at these clouds coming.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm going to put all my clothes on hangers and then hang them off the cart, and I'm going to go up to 43rd and Dunlap here and go watch and see what my boyfriend's doing, because I don't want to say why. He just made me mad, and I think there's this girl up there that he might know.
You mentioned grandkids.
Yeah.
Do you still have family out here?
I do. I do. I have 2 children here.
Do they know about your situation?
They do.
You're going through right
they do.
Now?
Yeah.
What do they tell you?
They're worried about me, and they said not to sleep alone outside. And when they said that to me, I was like, why not? I was actually sleeping on ASU West campus at that time by myself under a tree and hiding in there and sleeping and hiding from the campus cops, and I just had my own little spot. I like to be alone. And they said, Mom, my son, my 20-year-old, he said, Mom, please don't sleep out there alone anymore. I worry about you every night. I was like, well, if my kids think it's wrong and not okay, I better think this through. So now I make sure I have a guy with me at night, because my kids were worrying. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
I didn't think nothing of it. I don't know. I'm not scared of anything, really. You know, which helps everything for me. A lot of people are scared out here. I'm really not scared.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your
You're
story.
welcome.
I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Are you okay if I use this on my YouTube channel?
That would be absolutely fine with me.
And just in case one of your loved ones stumbles upon
Can
this
I say
interview
something at the end?
and watches it, do you have any words for them? Do you want to tell them anything?
Have integrity. Do the right thing when nobody's looking. Don't do drugs. You guys keep your jobs. Shoot first, ask questions later. Don't let no woman run you. You know, people need people, and if everybody would help each other out here, things would get better for everyone. When they're stealing from each other, it's making the problem worse, and it never goes away. I like to help people because, like, one guy gets a job, somebody steals his work boots and his clothes and all his shit and his food he has to eat. He's back on the bottom with no job. Now everybody's back on the bottom. I like to give him something to help him if I see him have a job, and then next thing you know, he's off the street and he's helping someone else. People don't understand that. We need each other. We need to be good to each other. They steal from each other and sit there and hang out and party and blah, blah, blah. I don't talk to somebody after they rip me off. I don't want to hang out with nobody that steals from me. They all just act like it's no big deal. They all do what the other one is doing. So I try to set a good example out here, and I wish my kids would do the same. Set a good example. Be a good example. I guess that's about it. And I love you guys if you do see this. My son Zachary, can I get the pictures of my grandbaby, please? You didn't send them. I'm mad at you.
All right, thank you
I
for
love you
sharing
guys.
your story. If anybody out there wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share?
I do, but I have to get it out of here. Hold on. Like my Cash App or something?
It could be whatever you want. Email,
I'm on a fixed income. I only get like $740 a month. I really don't have enough to get a place, so it's kind of expensive out here with motels and food. It's expensive to be homeless.
How much are the hotels out here?
They're about $100 a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's over $1,000 for rent in a place. I can't even get one with a roommate. But my Cash App would be this. $ Rana, R-A-N-A, Smith, 666.
There we go.
In honor of my witch of a mother. No, I don't know why I chose that, but that's my mom's P.O. box, believe it or not. So Rana, Smith, 666. $ in front of that. Rana, R-A-N-A.
All right, Raina.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.